to the greatest of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to Full Buddy Cast.
Quiet. Too quiet. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the episode of Full Buddy Cast Presents. Just a regular Full Buddy Cast. We got Homer Robertson on the mic. What up, Homer?
What up?
He's back. I told him to get more animated this time. We had a nice Sleepy Hollow episode in the last one, but now we're having some fun. But it's good to have Homer. You can check him out on SoundCloud, Homer the Vet. Check him out on YouTube, Homer the Vet, or Tacklebox Talk. I think Tacklebox Talk is also on SoundCloud as well. Right. Those are it's his own podcast he created a few years back where he's takes you fishing in a sense, not really to teach you, but just have that conversation. In reality, he's just having a conversation. You've had guests on, you've had friends on, you had your kid on. You've had has it ever just been you just talking to yourself?
Yeah, I have a couple of those where I just
randomly
talk about what's going on the lake.
Do you ever ask questions? You're like, hey, so what do you guys think about this?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I don't listen to them all, but I tell you, there's a few that I've listened to, and it's been like, it's a pretty cool vibe. Again, you feel like you're out there on the boat with you, fishing it up.
Right. That's part of the goal.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of caught up on the last episode, asked some things. I always, because I don't know what to talk about, what not to talk about, in a sense of like, I could talk forever, but I just don't know what to talk about.
Right.
But there is a fun thing where, as you're a host of a podcast as well,
right?
Sometimes they start asking questions, right? And so do you have any questions for me? Is there anything that you have?
Not really.
Nothing at all? Because you had one we were not recording. So How long have it? When was the last time I worked at the grocery store?
Right.
It's been about 9 years,
Okay.
and we were talking about how sometimes when you move a job, move relationships, move houses, move states, move anything, it almost feels like you've lived like all these little different types of lives,
right?
Where you're have this mindset and this relationship and this house in this area, and maybe you might be 23 to 25, and then you buy another. Do you ever feel that way at all? Do you ever get that?
Feel like you're in different episodes of a series of TV show you're on, but it's not. It's just your life.
It's just your own life, and these are the characters that are in it at the moment,
which is a good thing because you'd be bored if it wasn't that case.
Yeah. What was the moment in your life where you felt like you grew up the most? Like, didn't make you grow up. I know like having kids makes you grow up, stuff like that. But when did you like all of a sudden realize, holy cow, I'm not 13 anymore? Like you just all of a sudden it just opened up your mind and you're like I'm not a kid.
Probably as soon as I first stepped off that airplane in Iraq when I felt the 120-degree temperature.
You're like, this is
no wind.
It sobered you up real quick.
Right.
Do you ever miss that heat?
No.
A little bit?
No. Like, 2 summers ago when it was 115 down here and like 95 at 4 a.m? I hated that shit.
And did it give you some
it was miserable
memories going back in time where you're like,
not really, I just didn't like it.
So
can't sleep.
What did you enjoy about being in Iraq? Was there anything that you like?
Just all the stories you hear from everybody, because all the age groups you're in. Not everybody was 19 like me. Some people were like 25. So they already lived some of the military life before I did. So learned different stories and all that.
Was Iraq the whole time? Did you go
at the beginning?
Did you go to Afghanistan?
No,
too,
I never had to go there.
It was just Iraq.
So I was in the Guard.
Yeah.
So I did all the Guard weekend stuff after Iraq.
Okay.
So that was just hurry up and wait. Laughter. Like I only talked to a couple people still.
And when I'm at work right now, like time flies because I think I'm just older. Remember being like when you first worked your first
Oh yeah.
and you're just
first like year felt like high school all over again. You're like, is this ever gonna end? Still there, 16 years later.
Now, do you work 8, 10s? What do you work?
We work 8s.
8s, and so working an 8-hour shift, man. When you're a kid, you're like 8 hours. That's all my day. And now it's like you kind of like know when it's still long,
right?
But it's not like long. And I think when you're a kid too, you're like, oh, this video game came out, or there's this thing that I want to do, or that. And so it's like makes your time that feel that much longer because you really want to get off.
To go out and do it. Yeah.
What was your video game that you really wanted to go home and play, or was there something else that you really were super into that was just like, get me out of work?
Fishing.
Is fishing it? Is it?
I play video games, but it's not like where I'd make work go by slow. I got to get home to play the game.
What game is that?
No, I don't have.
Oh, you don't have one.
Yeah, like that. But I know coworkers that do.
Yeah. Are you a gamer at all?
Just sports mainly.
Madden and NHL?
Madden, baseball, NHL.
FIFA?
I used to. I haven't played it in years.
So for Madden, did you just play the regular, like you're the owner of the franchise?
Yeah, and I do online and all that too sometimes.
Did you do Mutehead? Did you do Madden Ultimate Team?
I tried. People cheat on that because they buy their team right away, spend money, and
that was
they're
me.
Loaded, and
that was
I get
me.
Clobbered.
Yeah. It's not fun.
No,
that's why I stopped.
Right.
Plus, I got into like super debt, and Jamie wanted to murder me.
So now you spend it on gambling instead of Madden.
But at least I have a shot at maybe getting it back.
That's true.
Yeah. What other hobby you got going on? What's a surprising thing that we don't know about you?
Surprising thing.
Is there a surprising thing that you might wow the crowd? Maybe
Not
you won an
really.
award. Maybe you
No.
when you were younger. Maybe you.
Not really.
No? Boy Scouts?
No, I
Nothing?
never did any of that.
You got anything?
No.
You're just a regular, chill, laid back dude?
Yeah.
I know that. But let's go. Anything?
No.
Okay, what do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
Yeah.
Get paid to fish.
Get paid to fish? All right. How about bucket list? What's a few bucket list items?
Go down to Florida and catch a marlin.
Okay.
Or one of those big grouper fish. I don't know if you've seen those. They look like giant flounders.
Oh, yeah. They're massive.
Yeah.
Would you ever do the noodling?
No, I hate snakes, and I'm not trying to have a turtle bite my fingers off either. I won't noodle. No, thank you.
Do you think that happens?
Yeah.
More than they show?
Probably.
Do you have you want to go to watch the Braves? Want to go to catch a Braves game in Atlanta?
Yeah, so when the schedule came out, I seen the Mariners were playing the Braves in Atlanta, so I was going to try to go. And when I went online to look up flights, they were booked already before this seasoning schedule came out. And I was like, how are the flights from Seattle to Atlanta full? Couldn't believe it.
That's terrible.
It's crazy.
How much were they? If you could have
They
gone?
weren't bad.
Really?
It's like 400 round trip.
I check Vegas flights all the time.
So I've looked at the football schedule.
Yeah.
And I think because of COVID, or it might be just because the Niners are pretty good now. Like each ticket, no matter what city you go to, you're paying 400 or more.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Even Cleveland, and
yeah,
I was like, wow.
Yeah, that is nuts. That whole thing is. That's why when we try to go to Vegas in October, because that's when our anniversary and my birthday is. We'll go, but we'll try to go when the Raiders are on a bye week or they're not in town. Because if they're not in town, the flights are so cheap.
Oh, that makes sense.
But when they're in town, it's like
through
forget
the
it.
roof. Never thought of that.
Yeah.
That is one goal, though. I do want to go watch the Kraken and Knights game down in Vegas.
That'd be fun. Did you have? So you like the Knights?
No, I like the Kraken.
But do you like the Knights too?
No, I wanted them to lose.
I put money on them, so I was happy, super happy. I was thrilled with them. I put money on before the playoffs started. I put money on Vegas Knights because they are like the best team at the moment, one of them, and then the Kraken. The Kraken, though, dude, that was fun.
Right.
That playoff run was so much fun to watch. That was
Got you hooked, didn't it?
it really did. It really did. Gambling helps, man.
Oh yeah.
I'll watch baseball now. I bought MLB TV.
I got it too.
Oh, dude. With my dual TVs, I'm just watching on Amazon Prime, going back and forth.
My girlfriend actually got mad at me the other day because when I saw it was 23-0 Angels, I put on that game and you can pick the announcers to listen to.
Yeah, Colorado.
So I put on Colorado announcers to hear him cry about the whole game. It's pretty entertaining. They're like at the end of the 5th inning, the bases were loaded, and Colorado caught the ball, and the guy like threw it home. And it was only the third out. Like they forgot how many outs there were.
Oh, that's right.
It was pretty.
He's cut the ball to decide.
Yeah, so the announcers were even dogging him for that.
Dude,
it was funny.
Dude, that is great. Now, do you play?
I played in junior high.
Do you play softball leagues or
No.
anything like that? Were you too afraid of getting injured?
No,
I am.
I just never tried.
I am.
So in junior high, I got hit by a fastball in the head, so I was scared of bat after that.
That explains a lot. Just kidding. I think I got drilled. I know I got drilled in the head too, but I was wearing a batting helmet.
So was I.
It still rattles. It still
Right.
hurts. Still gives you a freaking headache. Did they stretch you out? No, I'm just kidding.
I got lucky.
I figured it
me
out. Did you? What else? Did you play anything else in high
I did
school?
cross country and track.
Are you
I was a
fast?
runner. I used to be.
Or do you have an endurance? Are you fast?
I'm old now,
Yeah.
so I doubt the endurance is still there. But
But
I
you were
used to be kind of not really average.
But you enjoyed it.
I
You're one of the
enjoyed it.
few people that enjoyed running back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy running now?
No, I think the military made me hate running.
Oh, were you like, this isn't going to be too bad? I get to run.
Right.
And then it's like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
Did you have to run in that heat? Did you guys?
Yes, we actually had to do a PT test in the heat.
That's,
But it wasn't too bad because it was a mile track. So, because it was around a soccer field. So, it was only 2 laps. So, it was easier to pace yourself.
and see, the people that live over there with the heat, they're into it. And they play flipping soccer out in it. And it's no problem for them.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Right.
I couldn't live in that extreme weather. And how people would want to settle and live in extreme weather like that,
Right.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. I mean, even people that go to Alaska, I feel like that's not super extreme. That's cold.
Right. Depends where you go.
Also, surprise, Russia is like right there.
I knew that.
I know. I know, but you forget about it the way they draw the maps.
Oh,
you
right.
always forget about it.
Yeah.
So what's the conspiracy theory that you think is the most true? Or are you afraid to share it?
Bigfoot?
Oh, so you think there's a Bigfoot out there? Have you seen any evidence?
No, I just feel like there's more, probably Bigfoot.
No, okay, so talk to me about it. Like seriously, have you found anything out there that maybe
I haven't, but
you're out there though? Like you haven't seen like a footprint or something that you're like,
No, not yet.
so what makes you think that it's probably something out there?
Because I don't know. There's creatures everywhere.
There's creatures everywhere, so it's most believable.
Yeah.
I don't think we went to the moon
Okay, I've heard that one
on the
before.
first landing, right? Because you look at it now,
And we've never been back.
we've never been back. We lost technology. We don't know how. And then like you look, and some of the people now are looking at it. They're like, how did we do?
Right.
I mean that the server alone for it, where they called the president from
Right.
like that's so far away. Like the sound, all of that's like, how did any of that happen?
Right.
So, again, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't want to get weirdo conspiracy. We've never been to space or been to the moon, but I think the first one, I think it was just to win the war against Russia to get there first. And Russia, if you go tweet it, go look at the video. They have a video of them landing, and it looks like something from like a 1920s movie. The whole thing looks. That one looks super fake. Ours, it just doesn't make as much sense.
Yeah.
But that's my conspiracy theory that I believe most in. There's some wild ones out there though, and I think there's a few that people that do believe in, and they don't want to let anyone know that they believe it because they're like, that seems too crazy.
Right.
So, What's your let's get back to these. Let's get back to these questions over here. Unless you have something. What happened this week? Got anything for me?
No, nothing.
Other than
Really.
last episode, you got down in your underwear and almost lost a boat.
So that same fishing adventure, my nephew forgot to hold onto his pole when he casted, so it went in the water.
Did
I
you
tried to
jump back
dip.
in?
No, I tried to dip it with the net and I missed. But my line was on the same side of the boat, and I got lucky because I hooked his line.
Oh
So
yeah.
when I reeled it in, it was still hooked enough that I grabbed his line and I just let the whole line out of the pole, and I reeled his pole in by hand, and I got it back, and then I had just stretched the line all the way across the lake to get all the kinks out. But it works fine.
Nice.
Got the job done.
That's
And
good.
I was the Uncle Hero.
How old is your nephew?
7.
Was he? Were you cussing underneath your breath
No.
around him, or you're like
No.
"Ah,
It's my sister's kid, so I know not to swear.
So you gotta
around
be
him
cool.
'cause she'd have my head.
You said, well, you gave me a wine cooler back in the day, so
She's a high school principal now. So
Oh,
that makes it even
really?
crazier.
wow.
Yeah.
Where at? You have to sit
In
the
Oregon.
school. Well, Oregon. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So then the kid was up here just like on a vacation? Or?
With my parents
Nice.
and his sister.
Fun.
Yeah.
What celebrity irritates you the most?
Probably Conor McGregor
Why?
because he's cocky.
Do you see how...
I've never liked him.
I think he's kind of getting humbled now. He's getting older and slower.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
he's not as
I
talkative.
don't know. We'll see. The only thing I could that would make him cool is if they did a live action of The Simpsons. I think he'd be the perfect janitor from The Simpsons because he has the accent and everything.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see. Okay, let's do that real quick then. I could see Homer. Bert Kreischer could be Homer. Marge.
Ooh, it's tough.
Marge, maybe like Johansson, Scarlett Johansson, maybe. And then let's see. Well, I guess you really like. What have you thought? Have you thought anything else?
You could have John Bezos could be Mr. Burns. He kind of has the look to him too.
Okay, all right, I can see that. Yeah,
But
the
who
kid
knows if he
stuff.
can act?
What other than the standard items like a credit card, cash, license, what interesting thing do you keep in your wallet? What's something that's interesting that might be in your wallet?
My permanent state parks pass I got from being a war veteran.
You get a what?
I have a permanent Washington State pass.
So you go to any park or anything?
Right, and I don't have to pay $30 a year.
Are you kidding me? Is there anything else? Is there any stuff?
I have a national park one too, so I can go to see the Mount Rainier National Park for free and all that. I don't. There was one time we went up there, and I was like, "Ah, crap, my ID's not in here," but I had the card, and I just like waved. I just had the card hanging in the window, and they just waved me on through. They didn't even question me.
Wow.
So that's been a good.
Do you have anything else? Yeah, like a Denny. Or do you get a discounts? I'm sure here and there.
I don't have any other weird things.
But you're a veteran. You get some veteran discounts at like
Right.
Denny's and like
Yeah,
like if you went to a NASCAR race in Las Vegas and then they're like, hey,
probably.
well, did you hear that I stole Valor? You heard that story?
Yeah, I've heard that story.
And did you get mad by that a little bit?
No.
Because I say I'll be whatever you want. Like if you think I am, whatever. But I just wanted the discount.
Right.
I didn't say yeah, you're right after my 4th tour. Have you seen anyone steal any Valor in
No.
person? You ever watch
No.
those videos where those
Yeah.
people, and does it kind of burn you up, or do you even care?
I don't know. All the ones I've seen were funny more than making me angry. What was that?
My phone's telling me one moment.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I did make him a butler. The other day is my daughter's birthday. We had a peak gymnastics, and so I had to drive out to Bonnie Lake in the Little Caesars because my wife ordered it online. I don't know where it was even at. So my dad's with me, and I talked into my phone. Hey,
Right.
Little Caesars directions. and it's a British. I made it a British voice.
Oh, okay.
So that it sounds like I have a butler. I
Right.
was pretty, and so my dad was like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's a British voice. So he's like, wow. He thought
Bunny Lake has Little Caesars.
I thought that was pretty cool. I know. That's like, I
didn't even know
I didn't know that. Do you remember the thing that I did when Little Caesars went out of?
Enum Claus is gone again, right?
Well, yeah, it's gone. Did you hear what happened?
No,
Okay.
it comes and goes every 5 years. I
Yes,
feel like.
it's true. Now it's Jersey Mike's there.
Okay.
But a few years, this is pandemic. This is like when
Right.
it first kicked off. It was
Okay.
right around the Mariners when the season started, right? So I think we got shut down, February, March,
Mhm.
and then April was the opening day, I want
Right.
to say. And so like one night I go get Little Caesars pizza for the family.
Mm-hmm.
The next day I go there at lunch.
It's closed.
It's not only closed, but it's like being dismantled. Like
What?
it's like things are already ripped out. Like it's
Dang, how it was
incredible.
Quick.
Incredible.
That's crazy.
And so so I'm like, well, nobody knows about this. So I went on Facebook and I posted, if you go to the Enumclaw Little Caesars and say "Go Mariners," they'll give you a free pepperoni pizza. I didn't say anything else.
How many people showed
There was a
up?
few people that went there that weren't too happy with me. That drove there. They messaged me later. They're like, "There's nothing here." I'm like, "I know, isn't that crazy?" I was,
Oh, wow. that's
I was
funny.
more like, "That's nuts."
Good times.
What? What do you? What's your favorite? Give me your favorite. Let's see. Favorite outfit.
Favorite outfit?
Because you got that new hat right now. You represent Enumclaw. Where'd you get that hat at?
Northwest Solutions. They had a free promo.
Oh,
You
really?
just send them your email and the city you want, and then they said it'd take like 3 days. I got the email like 2 hours later saying come pick it up. And so I was already at work. So
Really?
I just emailed back real quick. I'll come in tomorrow.
Where was this at?
It's in Edgewood, right before Fife. Northwest Solutions.
How do you know about these guys?
It was on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, you just send them your email and you pick the city hat you want, and then you when they email you it's ready, you just go pick it up.
Dude, that's dope. And
Yeah.
and then you just said Enumclaw?
Yeah.
And then you said you wanted it to be camo?
No, it's just luck of the draw what hat you get.
Shut up.
Yeah,
And then the same lettering in the mountain and all that?
Mhm.
That's dope.
yeah,
That's way cool.
right.
For free.
Yeah.
Just some gas money.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
What else did you get? I feel like you got something else. Was it
Just a T-shirt, like your pajama shirt, pretty much, with all the cities of Pierce County on the back.
oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Are they going out of business or just giving people stuff away? Or was
No,
it just like
it's-
to try to promote it?
they're just trying to promote it.
Nice.
That
Good.
that building's been there forever.
Forever.
Yeah. Because I used to live in Fife, and I used to kind of drive by it from my job back then. So, yeah, it's been there a long time. They just updated the logo and painted the building. It's still the same name and all that.
Give it the little. Maybe I should do that. What would you list as the two biggest, tourist attractions for Enumclaw? What are the two biggest tourist attractions for Enumclaw? I want to say King County Fair.
Probably the fair, and
I'm going to say also.
probably the cruise on Fridays.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Because I would say Crystal Mountain, but that's not really Enumclaw.
And you usually work Friday nights?
Yes.
So have you been able to attend a cruise?
Not yet. Actually, I went to the one maybe 2 years ago because I was off for the beginning when. So the last time, the 1st of July was on a Friday or before a Friday. That's why when I could go to the cruise.
Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Enjoy it?
Yeah.
Want to be in it?
Yeah.
Do you have a car that can go in it?
No.
I drove the little yellow car that
Did
I had,
you?
the Chevy Spark, one time.
Nice.
What's
Did they boo you?
Yeah, they thought it was hilarious. I look like Donkey Kong in that thing, just driving it around. What car is your car that if you could fix it up right now, drive it into the cruise, What car or truck would it be?
Probably one of those old school World War II Jeeps that you saw
Okay,
in all
yeah.
the movies.
Did you ever drive any Hummers and all
Yeah,
that?
that's what I drove overseas. Was a Hummer.
What was that like? Was it just like driving a massive vehicle?
Yeah, slow. Like its top speed's probably 70, but it feels like you're going 100, but you're not.
Really? Is it
Because the steering wheel shakes and all that when you're topping out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Does it climb?
It climbs pretty good.
Pretty good. And do you miss driving the Hummer a little bit?
Mm-hmm. So, like the gear shift is down low, and the car I had at the time didn't have that to like put it in the neutral or drive. So the first like 3 months, I kept reaching down for it, and there's nothing there. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not in my Humvee anymore.
So you drove that you drove it a lot.
Yeah, I drove it for like a year, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the. I got an award because I got in no accidents the whole year driving in Iraq.
There you go.
So there was an Army award.
There's the Army
Perfect
award,
driving.
and they go, you're gonna win a lifetime supply of park.
I wish. No, you don't win that.
They just give it to you.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No other perks.
No.
Taxes? Do they go like, hey?
I wish.
There's not like it used to be a veteran tax. That's where you should get a tax
Right.
break for sure. If you worked for, the country, you should get the employee discount of a country, so to
Right.
speak.
I wish.
Wow, it's crazy that they don't tax you, or they don't have
they do tax
or they
you,
do
yeah.
tax. They don't have something that you're not
Right.
going to pay. Like they should have the non-military tax.
I wish they had that on gas prices too.
Oh, that'd be cool too. Yeah. You just always get a little 1% off on everything. They even or 10% off on everything.
10% off. That's taxes. Think about it.
Oh man, I had such a crazy weekend. Let me tell you about my weekend.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I'm wore out.
You went golfing?
So I did. I went golfing Thursday in the morning. Had Thursday off. Took it off. My daughter's graduating on that Saturday.
Okay.
So we had a graduation party.
Right.
And so I was using it to get ready for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that place ready a little bit as we've been going. We've had great weather. Last year we didn't have great weather, so I was like, I need a week off to kind of get the place into shape. Because last year it was 2, because my other daughter graduated then. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like raining all of June pretty much. And here it's like been sunny since May, and we've had a couple rain days last week, which is good, and my lawn needed it. But anyway, I've been going crazy. So I go golfing, and then one of my friends, he had kind of something happen in his family, so he kind of want to take the time off, or take his mind off of things. So he's like, "Hey, I want to go golf." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I just got off the course. I'll go golf." So then I golfed again, another round in that same day.
Wow.
And then Jamie and I we do DoorDash, where we drive for DoorDash, right? And then to make money for our vacations. Friday, I'm so tired. I don't even remember what happened Friday. I knew we mowed and cleaned up, and I think I maybe that Friday had barbecued or something. And Saturday we got everything ready in the morning. Saturday we went and had the graduation party. And then Sunday, then Saturday night, cooking for everyone. That was crazy. Busy. Late night for that. Went downtown, went to Cole Street Brewery with my family, kind of showed them the place. Shout out to Shaylee Green, 40th birthday for her. Your 40th is in 2 years?
Year and a half.
Year and a half? Yeah.
It'll be in November.
November what?
7th.
November 7th. Okay. So year and a half. And so then I golfed at Sunday at 6 a.m., helped out at church right after that, then had Jacqueline's birthday where I drove to Bonnie Lake for Little Caesars, and then Sunday, Jamie and I DoorDashed a bunch, made some money, played some cribbage, fell asleep. And then I went to work this morning, and I had just a rough day. And so I am like I could fall asleep right now talking to you. I'm actually closing my eyes right now as we're talking. And allergies are just killing my eyes.
I'm glad I don't have any of that.
None at all.
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
See, mine kind of kicked in when I turned 33. I didn't have any of it as a kid, but it's like killing me right now. You don't have it at all? Do you have any allergies for anything?
Not that I know of.
For anything?
Nope.
That's impressive.
Right.
You're a mutant. You are a mutant, man.
I could be. Still haven't caught COVID.
What's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Probably Michelangelo. Because he's the funniest.
Because he said Cowabunga and Radical. And then
he's the funniest.
And he ate pizza. He's the funniest.
Yeah.
What doctor do you dread visiting the most? Chiropractor, regular doctor, dentist? Or eye doctor?
Dentist. Oh.
When was the last time you went to the dentist? It's been 10 years for me, so there's no judgment.
I need to go. I actually am booking an appointment soon.
Really?
Yeah, I got a toothache that's driving me nuts.
And it's been like a year. You've been waiting for it to go away.
No, only a couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they make I found the cream that you put on your teeth when you have like a toothache. They make it in mouthwash now.
Really?
Yeah, and so I did it this morning, and like I feel 100 times better than I did yesterday. So at least that works.
Yeah, put a Band-Aid on it. Don't worry about getting. What would you like your famous last words to be? I'd want something funny for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about you? Fish on? You just like, or fish on and it pulls you out of the boat, and that's the last time we ever see you.
Sure, that'll work.
Like you. Just such a huge fish. Are you afraid of drowning at all?
No.
You ever done it? You ever kind of drowned a little? Not drowned, but like you ever?
No.
Nothing. What scares you the most about death?
I don't know. Where do you go after that?
Is that scary?
Like, I don't know. Every now and then I'll think about it, and then I won't be able to sleep. So then I gotta throw on a podcast and play video games to get my mind off of it. Before I can go back to bed.
Sometimes
that probably happens twice a year.
Yeah, I think you get mortified by it for a moment.
Yeah.
Just for one day, you just get freaked out by it. I've had that happen on a flight where you just kind of like realize like you're like
on a plane?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, where you're up high and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm thousands and thousands and thousands of feet above Earth. That's about 10 feet separating me from below my seat. How is this possible? And it was after one of those where you slightly fall asleep.
Yeah, I can't sleep on a plane.
And then you wake up and all of a sudden you're like freaked out for a moment.
The only time I'll fall asleep on the plane, like when we're sitting there waiting to take off. But as soon as I hear that engine rev, I'm wide awake the whole flight. Even when I went to Iraq, 14 hours, I couldn't sleep.
Not the whole time?
Nope. I can't. It's too noisy. Even with headphones on, I just can't do it.
So you can't. You have to have like dead silence.
I can't sleep on a plane to save my life.
Does anyone do you snore?
Yeah, just here and there.
So you just need to hear your own snoring to keep sleeping. Do you ever wake yourself up when
Probably been a while.
Are you taking a nap? And
I think it's been a while.
I do that all the time. In fact, I did that yesterday. I need a nap so bad right now. I'm so tired. I am so tired, dude. All right, a couple more, and then we're going to wrap this one up. Okay. If you started a new trend, what would it be?
I don't know.
Finding free hats?
Sure.
Not sleeping on airplanes? What would be a strange activity while riding a horse?
Ooh. Doing the dirty.
I think so.
But it's probably already been done before.
I think
in any country western movie.
I think, well, I don't know what ones you're watching.
Or Yellowstone, maybe.
What should never be mixed with cereal? Never should be mixed with cereal.
Ice cream.
Oh, I've never even had that. I've had juice in there. I didn't like it too much. I had water in it. Didn't like it too much. Because you always drink juice with you take a bite of like Frosted Flakes and drink a juice. So it's like, why not just do both?
Beer, maybe. I think beer would be gross.
Dude, I liked your ice cream one. That's way too sweet.
Yeah.
Way too sweet. What is your favorite thing about your country? Favorite thing?
Freedom.
freedom of what we have.
Right.
The rights that we have.
Right.
Now, do you take your hat off? You know what's nuts? Were you guys not allowed to salute the flag?
Like,
did you ever? No, like
it depends where you're at.
Why?
Because if you're saluting, I don't know. Because then they know. So
there was an announcement at a baseball game that said you're now allowed to salute. You can salute the flag. We encourage you to take off your hats, and if you're a veteran, you can salute the flag. And it's like, was this a rule that you couldn't salute the flag if you weren't in uniform or something?
I don't know.
So, but when you're in uniform and you see the flag, you don't take off your hat.
Right.
You salute it.
Right.
But now that you're not in the military anymore, do you take your hat off?
Yeah, and I just put it over my heart.
Put it over your heart, like all the civilians.
Right.
So the military gets to wear the hats around here. Us civilians, you're now a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take the hat off.
Right. Shed the tears or hide the tears.
Shed and hide them both.
Right. Because if I see it in person, I cry. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Every time.
What's the emotions that kind of like kick in for you? Just overwhelming.
Everything.
Now is it overwhelming? Like it's like
No,
I love this country.
Yeah.
Is there other things where you're like, I love this baseball game they're about to watch too?
Yeah.
Enjoy the freedom of it,
right.
And just everything about it. Like this is who I'm not at work right now, so
right.
I'm shedding tears and I'm free from work.
Sure. Probably works too.
Just everything,
right?
And they just had a spicy burrito as well, and so the tears are already kind of there.
I mainly eat before the games now, like before I go in, because it's cheaper that way.
That's interesting, though. What two musicians formed the greatest musical collaboration ever? I think mine is Big Boy Troy and Homer the Vet. That's who I think it is.
That's a tough one.
Or Hall & Oates.
That's a hard one. I'd probably say Jimi Hendrix, and probably would have been Bob Marley if they ever
got together. That would be
before they died.
Well, interesting.
It would have been off the chain.
I like that. What is the most expensive or nicest thing that you've ever bought someone else? You've ever bought someone else? Have you bought like a ring, jewelry, a TV?
A ring.
Okay, now besides a ring.
Phone.
Yeah, phone's good.
Yeah.
No shoes.
No.
No shirt.
No.
No service. You know the nicest thing that you bought?
What's that?
You paid for with your sweat and blood?
Oh, our freedom.
Our freedom. It's the nicest thing you ever bought.
Thanks.
No.
No, I get it.
No.
Appreciate it.
No. Thank you.
Okay.
You're the one that bought it.
True.
I'm just using it.
Okay.
I never did it. Do you think that military should be required for people like Israel? Israel has it for you have to be 2 years in.
So, I think there's 3 options you should have.
Okay.
Join the military, go to college, or work at a casino, because how diverse casinos are. It will help you. It makes you have to learn how to deal with the diversity, and helps you not be like.
Yeah, you got to learn how to work with other people. Yes, yeah. That. Okay, I see that.
People need that.
I was not knowing where you were going with that when you're like, I was like, okay, I was thinking future or mindset. You were there, but it's funny how, but they could go work at Amazon and kind of do this. What, you think so? Oh, are you saying because it's a Native American culture, not many people know much about it because you're
that, but you get every culture working in there too.
Oh, okay. So you're multicultural right now.
Right.
You know a little bit about a lot.
Right.
Gotcha. So that makes you Homer the Vet because you're a veteran. All right, give me your shout out. Have you thought up another one?
That's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
I don't have anything.
You got nothing else.
Shout outs.
Just no shout outs.
Plain and just day.
Just who you are.
Just who I am.
Well, I'd like to shout you out, Homer. Thanks for coming on. Enjoy your
Thanks
week.
for having
Enjoy
me.
your vacations. Enjoy your life. Enjoy being you. I don't think there's anybody else that I've met quite like you, which is good. It's a good thing. Continue being you. Shout out to Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Jackson Zyduk, Sasha Carey Lynn, Thomas Savageau, Anthony Wright, Sage Hills Golf and RV Resort, Cameron Stratton, and Katri Hoban. Appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Go Mariners.
Yes, go Mariners. You actually forgot a shout out. I'll do one. It's your sponsor, Cole Street Brewery. I'll give them a shout out because a couple weeks ago we had our 20-year high school reunion that Travis was not invited to.
I was invited to. I didn't go. I was invited. Tyson Gamble invited me, and then Corey said I could go as him.
No, it was fun.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was
What was
cool.
your favorite beer?
Probably the Huckleberry beer.
Huckleberry beer? That was a pretty good one. Yep.
Yeah. I tried the peach one, I think. Too girly.
Peach mango?
Yeah.
Dessert one for me. That's a little dessert.
Okay.
Yeah. Too girly for you, though.
Yeah.
So you're like, you know what? I need to put some hair in my chest. Let me have that Huckleberry one.
No, I tried the Huckleberry one first.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the first one. So you had a few beers
Right.
there. How long did you stay there?
Probably about 3 hours.
And then
Because we went and ate at the Rainier right next door.
Oh, did
joined
you?
back with everybody after we ate.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Right.
Good. Did you see? Was there anyone there that you were kind of hoping to see and they weren't there?
Not really.
Was there anyone that you saw there that you're kind of hoping they weren't going to be there, but they were there?
No. Like it was. I was shocked. Like people recognized me. Like when
Really?
I first showed up. I don't
Really?
know because I didn't talk to people that much in high school.
Yeah.
So. It was
But there's only one Homer.
true.
So one Homer. The man, the myth, the legend. He's on again. Homer Robertson. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great week, everyone. Take care.
Get up. Welcome to the greatest of the greatest, a podcast that you never knew you needed, with interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice, asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them.